Hello, welcome. It's session 9 of Neon Nights here on happyjacksrpg. This is a Masks the Next Generation actual play on the happyjacksrpg network. To find all the previous sessions, you could go to happyjacks.org/neon nights. Note there are no letter K's in the word neon nights in that URL. It's a very funny joke for people who have listened avidly to this program. Content warning, this is rated T for teens. Rated T for teens. That's what the T is for. We use
Also
safety
rated
tools.
T for trauma.
Yep. We use safety tools. We think you should too. And if you don't, you're a bad person. Yeah, actually, I'm going to stand by that. I was being facetious, but I think that's actually maybe accurate. Or you just don't know what they are and you need to learn. So we can help you with that. The
We can learn, yeah.
X card, script change, open door policy, lines of veils, some combination of those are always going to be useful. So highly recommend. Rose.
Hi, I am Rose, your villainous GM. Welcome to our penultimate episode. My pronouns are she, they, and it. And I am so excited for today's session. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to Vixie.
Hey everybody, my name is Vixie Bell and I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Happy Jacks RPG table. Super excited to be here. I will be playing the Bull Playbook. Her pronouns are she, her, like mine, and her name is Ro-sheen. She also goes by Iron Valkyrie as a superhero. And currently, they're picking fruits, I guess. Picking up fruits, bringing them over to our parental figure in confusion, because sometimes you need an adultier adult even when you are an adult.
Right basket of fruits.
And that said, I'm gonna popcorn it over to my favorite faux sister, June.
Hi everyone, I'm June. I play Cinnamon Stevens, also known as Synthesis. She and I both use she, her pronouns, and I am using the Transform Playbook. She was a absolutely normal, although very smart young girl until she became blended with an alien terraforming probe that still wants to go ahead and take over the world, but she has wrestled into mental submission. She also feels guilty that something has happened to a teammate, and I think I'm going to give it over to that teammate right now, Jay.
Thanks, June. Hi, everybody. I'm Jay, and I play Mario, who goes by the superhero name The Puppeteer. We both use he, him pronouns. And I started off as the Beacon Playbook, not having any powers. And now I have also absorbed some sort of alien probe. And I've completely gotten control over it. So I'm looking forward to, having this thing just listen to my every command and fulfill my every wish, because that's how superpowers work. And when we finished off last session, I came face to face with someone or something that I am very intrigued by. So looking forward to getting the ball rolling in this episode. But before we do that, Jason, take it away.
Hey, that's me. I'm Jason. I play Cal, or Hexcalibur, who is a sorceress combatant and is doing his very best to also be a decent boyfriend. And, is, let's see, hopeless, afraid, insecure, guilty, angry. All of it's the full meal deal. All of the conditions. If he gets one more, he's knocked out. That's how it goes. And just a quick tangent, I heard faux sister, and that made me think of sister, who's like a time manipulating nun superhero. That's just been made up in my head, and
with electrical powers.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get one more in there.
And anti-electrical powers.
Yes.
Yep. Anyway, Rose, are you glad you invited me to this game?
Hang on. I gotta take 2d6 psychic damage real quick. 8. Yes, I am so glad I invited you. And I'm so glad that you're all here for this episode. Last time on Neon Nights, we had um, Mario recovering from bonding with the Tri unit, one of the 5 Quince terraforming drones, and a very intense few minutes of trying to gain control over it and keep it from fully assimilating his body and taking over his mind. With the help of all of his team, he was able to hold on. Um, they got home to Ro-sheen and Skies, or Ro-sheen and Cinnamon and Skies, and broke the news to their adoptive mom, Sky. And she was remarkably calm. Managed to like get a fresh set of clothes for Mario, make sure he's okay, and then while discussing what's going on and kind of what to do, supervillains started attacking someone across the city. At which point everyone Mario teleported over, and everyone else came running, including Sky, who did an awesome like midair transformation into her armored form and became what was it? It was Shadowed Warrior Scathak was her like anime like title card that hit. And during the fight, they met Signal, a deaf superhero who's non-binary and can use like essentially like combine Bigby's magic hand and mage hand and like a couple other things, and uses those to kind of knock people around. Oh, sorry, Sky was the Knight of Shadows. Thank you. My memory is Swiss cheese. And yeah, after defeating a group of Seven Devils supervillain kind of like henchmen and one of the Seven Devils themselves, Astaroth, they investigated a warehouse, which they weren't really able to find too much conclusive. After that, they settled in for the night, and mid nightmare, Mario disappeared into Otherworld, pulled through a portal by none other than Bive the Morrigan, which we will return to now. The last thing she had said before we cut to black was, Mario, we should talk.
Real quick, folks, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great, fantastic. My screen did a little something weird, but it looks like everything's back. And I wake up to. Am I like lying down or standing up at this point?
You landed flat on your back.
Okay. I kind of scurry back, on my butt when you're, on your butt, and you kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
your hands kind of like push you along.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I raise up my hands, and like a little cloud of nanites kind of like appear around my, like around my fingers, around my palms.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, where am I? What's happening?
In your head, you just hear error, 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 error.
Oh my God. In my head,
interference.
In my head, I say, "What? Really? You did so great out there."
And I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you said?
I said, "What?" Like in my head, I think back to
no,
try
out loud.
Oh, I just say, where am I? Um, I think I said, "Where am I? What's going on?" Or "Where am I? Who
Mhm.
are you?"
Yeah. And as you look around, you are in what looks like a decaying castle. No roof, just exposed, kind of cloudy gray sky. Um, old crumbling stone around you, and the woman in front of you is a tall and thin, uh, willowy shape with raven black hair and a silver crown upon her head, coming to sharp spikes. She has a very prominent, slightly hooked nose, like almost like a raven's beak,
Mm.
and just pitch black eyes. And she says, "You are in my domain, and I am the Morrigan."
Okay. Uh, I think I have some knowledge of the Morrigan. Not a whole lot, but sort of like a layperson's, learned it in school, maybe in like a world mythology unit or something like that.
How superhero pilled is Mario? Like, how much has he been paying attention to the supernatural side of things in Tempest, and
Uh,
like superhero side of things as well?
I think Mario up until recently, up until he started, actually going out and doing superhero things, he's known only what's been visible. So if the news covers it, or if it's something that happens that's pretty visible in town, I'll know it.
Would you describe him as a fanboy at all?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, but certainly, yeah, yeah. So if it's in a comic book or
Um,
if it's in a series or something like that, same thing.
Going back about a century, a lot of powerful people have had to fight the Morrigan. She's taken on entire teams of superheroes by herself before.
Hmm.
She is. You probably wouldn't know exactly, but she is a prominent member of the Pantheon.
Okay. But I mean, I also know that she's like not to be messed with, right?
Oh, absolutely not to be
Yeah,
messed
yeah.
with.
I figured. Um, I pull back the nanites, since they might not necessarily do me as much good here, and I, do I connect sort of her look with the thing that we fought at the convention center?
It's funny you mention that. As you kind of move around, she kind of perfectly tracks you with her eyes. And you can see, like, she stays almost perfectly still, except you see kind of a little, like almost like a shoulder shrug. And then she's wearing a black dress, that shows like this almost like porcelain to gray skin, um uh and on her shoulders she has a cape of raven feathers, and then you see her kind of shrug slightly, and then the raven feathers stretch out into raven's wings, not one pair of them. Each thing that you thought was like a layer of feathers, her cape is made of hundreds of raven's wings,
Ooh, that's so cool.
and they all kind of stretch and move independent of each other and then settle back down.
That's so cool. That's super cool.
It is remarkably similar to the what was it called? Not the puka, the
Yeah, the other
slua.
one. Yeah. Um, in that case, when I see that happen, I say, "Were you the one that sent that thing after us at the convention center? Are you the one who's after Ro?"
And she kind of brings up a hand, and is kind of idly checking her nails. The nails are each about 2 inches long and jet black. And she's just kind of idly picking at them. Like, this is the first time she's taken her eyes off of you.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of stares at them for a hair longer than you feel like comfortable waiting. And then she looks back at you, and you kind of wish she kept looking at her nails.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Yes, this Lua was a servant of mine. Incompetent as it was no great loss to lose it."
Mm. I asked you a question. What do you
Are
want with
you
Ro?
accustomed to answers?
Oh boy. You know what? I think at this point, I get up on my feet and I say, if you're not going to answer my question, then at least tell me why you brought me here.
That is a much better question. You see, we have things that could mutually benefit each other. You and that little girlfriend of yours carry such heavy burdens. And she steps closer. You carry the weight of defending the entire world on your shoulders from things that would see it harm. And takes another step. And I have solutions. And she, with just a very, just almost second thought gesture of her hand, kind of waves towards you, and you feel the nanites start to separate from you and peel back from your skin. And then she just drops her hand and it stops.
I do not like that at all. Like, again, when I took the nanites in, it was twofold. Like, one, so that I could be more like Cinnamon, and two, to same thing, kind of keep it out of the wrong hands. I don't even know if I continue to talk to her at this point. Um,
What do you do?
let's see. I think. Uh, hold on. I gotta look at my playbook here. I think my hands kind of behind me, or not behind me, but my hands to my side. Would it be possible for me to make a gesture, rip a portal behind me back to
Go ahead
Sky's place?
and roll to unleash your powers.
Unleash my powers. Okay, all right. Let's see. 1 second. Where did that go?
I
Okay,
know
so
this
when I
is
unleash
something
my
you can mark your
powers-
doom sign for, but I'd
Yeah,
like you to roll.
yeah, totally. All right, so I roll plus freak, and my freak is right now it's +3. But I know that I have a few conditions here. I have
Actually,
afraid.
before you roll, you start to reach for a portal, and do you break eye contact with her?
Mm-hmm.
You look back up, and it is not the same woman you were speaking to. She is, if you look in the Slack chat, there is an image of 3 women. This one is red-haired in long flowing curls.
Hmm.
She is wearing a green strapless dress, or like a green like very thin strapped dress, and she walks up and like raises a hand very delicately, and she goes, Mario, I'm not here to hurt you.
I think I would still like to get out of here. I need backup.
She says one last thing,
Uh-huh.
and she goes, I'm the only thing on this planet that can help Cinnamon.
Okay. I think with that, my hands return to my side, and I say, "How can you do like, uh, uh, what can you do for Cinnamon?"
And she goes, may I? And she gestures to put her hand on your chest.
I'll take that chance. I'll nod, and
And where she touches, just emanating out from it, the silver on your body almost flows, and you hear error, danger, danger. And then the voice fades. And you look down at your hands, and the spikes are gone.
Okay. I think that catches my, well, I mean, that certainly does catch my attention. You know what? I think uh does she stop doing that so that the nanites kind of return?
Mm-mm. You are
Ooh.
looking down, and you are free of it for
Okay.
now.
Does oh, this is so tough. I'm gonna say, what do you plan to do with this?
Do you want to roll Pierce the Mask?
Oops, 1 second. Hold on. Something's going on with my. Can you all hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose I can try to pierce the mask. Let's see. Oh, that's a tough one though. When I pierce the mask, I think I roll mundane for that,
Mhm.
and that's assessing the situation. No, that's something else.
Just roll plus mundane.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, my mundane is -2, so here we go.
Mhm.
Not even close. That is a modified 1.
Nice. A 1 on 2 dice.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I got a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 2 rather, and the 2 just gets completely negated by my
Go ahead and mark
by my
potential.
thing. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's right. You do that. It's been a while.
But she says, my name is Maha. Or sorry, no. My name is Anu. And I can heal your friend. I can give her the life that she's dreamed of.
Okay. And with that, I am gonna ask. Like, oh, okay. So, but she hasn't necessarily answered the question. What are you gonna do with this thing?
Oh, with this thing? Meaning
Meaning the
cartoon?
yeah.
Oh, can you like ask that full question like out loud? Be more specific about it
Yeah.
when you ask her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, when I took this burden on, using their language, when I took this burden on, I took that core from something horrible that was being controlled by some really bad people.
That you did. And you have my thanks for it. What those men were doing was evil. unnatural, a crime against nature and other world. And you stopped them. And for that, I've come to offer a gift. I can take away this burden for you and for Cinnamon. But there will be a price.
And what is that price?
There is a great war coming. Not now, but eventually. And I would have people at arms, shield bearers, sword wielders. I need members for my shield wall.
And does that mean me, or does that mean someone else?
You could do a great deal of good, still wrangling your metal beast. You could help others. You could fight valiantly. And perhaps, maybe that would be enough. But there is a prophecy about the child of a warrior. A prophecy that nearly was fulfilled once before. And I would see that come to pass. I would see another blade raised alongside another.
Hmm.
I would like to reunite Ro-sheen with her father.
Hmm. Uh, I think I'm going to say that's not necessarily for me to decide. Can I take some time to think about this? Hmm.
I want you to try and roll to reject someone's influence.
Oh, okay.
As she says, great things are at stake, and you have the power to make great changes to your world and other world. Will you shoulder the responsibility?
Let me make this roll real quick.
Mm-hmm. It's
And it's
just
just a
2d6
flat roll, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's a double one.
Okay.
So
So when
is that another
when
potential?
someone with influence over you tells you who you are, accept what they say or reject their influence. If you accept what they say, the GM will adjust your labels accordingly. If you want to keep your labels as you are, you must reject their influence. So because you missed, their words hit hard, mark a condition, and the GM will adjust your labels.
Okay. Because there's going to be a price one way or another. I mean, certainly want Cinnamon to have the life that, she has wanted for so long. but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to give up Ro-sheen to a horrible Fey war. So I'm gonna mark hopeless
Mm.
because it's a choice that I am very, very loath to make. And how do you want to shift my labels?
Shift your shift your savior up 1 and your superior down 1.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Um, and in that case, I kind of is that since I failed to reject the influence, do I have to give her an answer now?
You can choose to flee.
I do. Well, okay, all right. If I still have some control of the nanites, I will go ahead and do that. I think this is when my hands make the gesture, the rip opens up behind me, and then I
And
just kind of fall in.
you feel the nanites come rushing back to you, and it hurts almost as bad as the first time.
Oh God.
And yeah, just like searing pain through your body. And I think this time, as the horns erupt from your forehead, blood trickles down into your eyes.
Oof.
And and feel free, team, if we need to X card that, please let me know. I know that's a bit more violent than we usually get. But yeah, you go tumbling. Where do you run?
I think I run to the place. I mean, I'm gonna go back to Sky's place. They sort of know this world better than I do, I think. Sky and Ro-sheen at least like know this world better than I do. And at the very least, I have to talk to Ro.
Yeah. And I think there's a moment where Cynnamon, you go to reach for Mario as he falls through the portal, and he just slips out of your grasp, and then you hear a crash behind you as he comes tumbling out, and blood is just all down his face.
Oh God, Mario, are you okay? What happened? Someone, I need a cloth. Someone.
I look at Cynn and I say, I think at this point, the effort, I'm breathing heavily, like my breathing is a bit labored because of everything that's happened. And I say, Cynn, they can take Quince away from you. They can take Try away from me. I don't know exactly who I was talking to, but they can take him away. But Cynn, it's gonna cost your sister.
Just stay calm. Let's we have to take care of that blood. Who? And I'm grabbing for anything that is absorbent around me. Never have I regretted not wearing a costume more.
To be fair, do we have like bounty in the house? Like we've got to have like paper towels, right?
Yeah. I think if you grab like whatever is nearest, it's probably like a throw blanket on the couch.
Yeah.
I need a quick update because my sleep deprived brain is. I was picturing Mario had fallen through the portal after the scene in the street, but we're back at
no, this
Ro-sheen's
was
house.
at night. Mario had a nightmare and then been pulled into the world.
Right. Remember, we had Mario staying with Sky, like
There's
at our place.
post-credits
Everybody, everybody's staying there. He was sleeping on the couch, and then this person was like, "Cool, we need to have a meeting now."
Yeah. Sorry.
Team meeting.
Team meeting.
So are Ro and Cal? We're in the house, but we don't necessarily know exactly what's happening.
You probably heard the Cinnamon shouting and then the crash.
Okay, so we did hear that. I was wondering if we heard that. Okay.
But probably not like the details of the conversation that
No,
Right.
no.
Cinnamon and I are having. Yeah, yeah.
Enough to be like, oh shit, and like fall out
Yeah.
of bed. Sure.
So
Yeah,
I
so the
want
two
to.
of you fall out of
Well-
Rose's bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
I'm pretty sure Ro-sheen like is up, like, because again, warrior senses or whatever. But like, sorry, Jason, I keep talking over you.
No,
Would
it's
you
okay.
like to
Go ahead.
first?
Well, I was just gonna say Cal probably isn't because of the 5 conditions. But I was gonna ask if I might have been able to clear any of those in the little bit of rest that I've had.
Sure. Go ahead and clear 2.
Oh,
Of your
2.
choice.
Okay.
When hearing that information from Mario about being able to clear the nanites, does Quince say anything? Or are they conspicuously quiet?
Quince is conspicuously quiet.
Okay.
Can I try something? I think my hand goes up and I touch your cheek, Cynn, and then I send sort of what I've seen through that, do a little bit of a, move one video from, like a copy, control C a video file into your hard drive.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
right
or
into our hard
initiate it.
drive? Jeez.
Oh, wait. Our USB ports are incompatible. Let's see. Can I, is that unleashing my powers?
I'll just allow it to happen.
Okay.
There's
All right.
not
Cool.
stakes to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think as you reach out with that, my technopathy will
Yeah.
kick in and be able
Yeah,
to sort
that
of
makes sense.
get that information from you easier now than ever before.
Yeah, yeah. And I send you, or I kind of like picture what I just seen, to the best of my ability, and kind of share that with you. This figure, sort of, I don't know if you might even feel like the sensation of the nanites leaving my body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't share the part where the nanites were gone.
Oh, that's right. There's kind of this like,
So
there's
up to
this
the
gap.
moment where, and then it just cuts to black, and then it cuts back as you come tumbling back out.
Okay, but
Because the nanites were not there to
share.
to record it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, but I mean, you get to see all that and hear pretty much the conversation up until that point, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember what was said before.
The things that weren't said were what the price would be.
Yeah. But I will. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to hold on to that for now.
You said it would cost Ro, so you did say that out loud.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, but I'm not going to reveal like what the details are about it. I think Ro needs to hear this because she needs to be able to make that decision for herself.
What happened? Everything went black before you came tumbling back through. Could she actually do what she was saying?
That's what it felt like. I felt I felt Try leave my body, and then I was just me again. And when Try came back, it hurt like it did when I first absorbed it.
Are you okay? That's
I'm all
twice.
right. No, I'm all right. I'm making a mess out of your carpet, and I kind of like look around, and I start sopping up, the blood that I'm kind of dribbling all over the place.
No, I don't care about the carpet. I care about you. What? Okay, we'll figure this out. Here. Oh, and I turn and I see, I think Ro and Cal coming over into the room.
Ro is rushing down the stairs. Like she would have, like, woken up and been and like gotten Cal's attention, I assume, if Cal wasn't already all out the door with all the yelling. And
Yeah.
she comes downstairs and says, "What happened?"
Mario disappeared and then reappeared across the room and fell, and he was covered in blood, and there was, I tried to grab him, but I don't know, something happened. And I look over at you, Mario.
At this point, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Well, Cal is just sort of like probably behind not Vixie, Iron Valkyrie, Ro-sheen. That's the word I
Yeah.
wanted. We all have like 18 names.
Yes.
So because Cal was really so sluggish and needed some rest, but but definitely got up and was following Ro into the room, and just says, "Oh, all right, let's triage wounds first, questions after. Let me. Where is Mario bleeding from?
I think it's from my head, like when those chrome antlers
Okay. Okay.
reappeared.
Is it from the other barbs that have popped out of your skin as well? So like at the elbows and legs?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. Yeah, it's probably kind of maybe not as extreme there.
Okay.
First things first, first aid kit. And I know, because given the house, I assume Sky has a well-stocked first aid kit.
Probably a couple.
Probably a couple that Ro and June would know the location of. And she rushes to like grab one of them and brings it over and like pops it open for her. And like, I don't know if June wants to take over that part, but she opens it and like looks to June.
As you like are grabbing the first aid kit, that's when Sky is there. Is everything all right?
I'm dabbing at the wounds and just trying to see how deep they are, if there's any additional damage. And as I'm doing so, are they like healing up on their own, or should I get them?
They're healing rapidly. At this point,
Okay.
you're just cleaning up.
Okay.
You're not actually having to do any wound care.
So, something happened to Mario. He disappeared and then reappeared and was bleeding from all of his enhancements.
Well, Mario, do you remember where you were?
Yeah, I think I was, and at this point, I think, as my wounds are healing, I'm beginning to sit up straighter. I get up from lying down on the, from being down on the carpet, and I say, I think I was actually I don't know. I don't think I was in Otherworld. I think I was somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of dimensions and rifts and all sorts of things that, I mean, it's, how did you get there?
She took us there.
He fell through space.
Okay.
And we got ourselves back.
We? You mean you, don't you?
Yeah, me. I got myself back. Yeah.
And is she coming? Do we need to? And I start to tense up as if another portal is about to open.
I don't know, but
What are you talking about? Who are we worrying about? Who's gonna come here?
Everybody, look, until somebody bursts through the reality, there's nothing we could do about that specifically. We don't know who, when, where, how, what. Mario, I just want you to catch your breath, sit, breathe, try to... Look, I'm your friend. You're my best friend. You look like shit. You need to take a deep breath. And let's just get calm. And I'm trying to do comfort and support, and not my best way ever, but like
sure. Yeah. I mean, I'll take it.
Okay.
Do you have any conditions that are affected?
No, actually, I cleared mundane.
Good.
and savior, because that's his number one and two priority.
Nice.
Okay, that's a success. That's a 7 on
7 makes it.
yeah, since I don't have a -2 anymore.
So let's see. I get to mark a potential, clear a condition, or shift labels. I think I need to clear one of the 4 conditions that I currently have checked off. And I think to unleash, to provoke. I think I'm going to clear angry. And actually, as you're saying that, Cal, I put a hand on your shoulder
Mm.
and I say, Cal, it's okay. I'm all right. I think for once in my life I'm all right.
Oh, actually, can I characterize this a little bit? Because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm picturing Mario sitting on the couch, and Cal's taking a knee in front of him, and is just trying to get him to focus. And I think, like, an inside joke from Magic Camp, I'm doing a like look into my eyes. That we both know is like, it's kind of funny, but also like, yeah, this could actually work to like calm your breathing, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and we're doing a faux like, oh, hypnotist, but like Cal isn't sort of joking like he normally would be, but he's sort of desperately trying to connect with Mario in this like horrible moment, just to have that sort of human connection again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. I love it. And I think when you start doing that, yeah, I am like comforted. I actually chuckle at that. And I say, Cal. It's, and again, hand on your shoulder, Actually, if you're doing the, the finger, the putting me on the bit kind of, finger
Yeah.
thing, I think
Yeah.
I'll grab that and I'll kind of like hold on to it. I'll give your hand a squeeze, and I'll say, I think I'm all right. I think I know what I need to do right now. Um, and I mean, I do open up. I think like when you start doing that, that's enough of of a break to kind of like bring me back to the situation. I take a deep breath and I turn to you, Ro-sheen, and I say, Rose, there's someplace we can talk. I need to tell you something.
What do you mean?
You can't be considering this.
I don't
Is it-
understand.
Is it
I
something you
say-
want me and Cinnamon to leave the room for?
Yeah, I think this is something that Ro needs to hear on her own.
Mario,
I mean-
no, you can't. Whoever
Um,
she is, she can't be trusted. You can't.
Okay,
It's not true.
but Cynn,
Mario,
so hold on. So Cal's gonna stand up, face Cynn, and say, Cynn, we don't have to trust her. We don't have to trust Try or Quince. We just have to trust Mario and Ro. That's what's at stake. And I trust them. And I know you do too.
well, hold on a second. I haven't said anything yet. I don't think I want to hear this alone. All the people I love are in this room, and they should stay and hear whatever you have to say. I want Sky to hear it too. Do you have answers? Was it someone who knows me?
I don't know about knows you, at least personally, but and I can't say I've got solid answers. I think this is going to lead to some more questions. But this is pretty big, and I think you need to be the one to decide this one. I look at everybody else around the room, and I say, Ro, if you want everybody to be here, I'll respect that.
I think it's better that I'm surrounded by friends than.
Um, you know, and I think at this point, uh, I I kind of think back to when was it? It was, I think, when we were rating the rating the last, what is it, the Rise Corp building,
Mm.
when I kind of said, you know, I'll always be your friend, and I kind of say that again here, like, I'll always be your friend. You know that,
Róisín
no matter
laughs.
what.
I did not ask you to leave. You're still here, aren't you?
Um, and at this point, I kind of like, you know, lock eyes with you. I turn so that you're like the center of my attention, and I say, the person that I met introduced herself as, what was it, Bav? Bav?
Mm. Bive.
5.
Bive.
I,
Introduced herself as Bive. And she mentioned the name The Morrigan. And she said that she could take away this, and I touch a part of me that's chrome, and that she can take away that from Cinnamon. And then I reach out and I, you know, I put a hand on your shoulders, and
I
kind
don't
of,
believe it.
I said, I I felt it. That part where everything just disappeared, Cynn, that was when Try had left my body. Um,
It's
go ahead.
she's Fey. It was an illusion or something. It, it's not possible to it's not
Cynn,
possible for the nanites to be stripped from somebody, or they would have figured that out.
Hmm.
Cynn,
Okay.
you know the myth around Fae. They always tell the truth. They just don't tell it the way you think it's gonna be.
But
All the time.
not the whole truth. Not
Can I
they
ask?
lie by telling the truth.
Right.
Um,
That does mean that there's some truth to this, then, doesn't it?
well, Cynn, I have a different question, and I guess it's sort of a cruel hypothetical, but let's say they could remove it. Would you want them to?
You could have the life you've always wanted.
I yes, no, I don't know. Not at a cost. Not like this. Not if it's going to cost Ro-sheen something. It just, I don't even think it.
Well,
It's not
but I
just
mean,
going to. It's not just
separate
going to cost Rose something.
from whatever the costs are. We might look into the costs and see that the costs make sense and they're worth it to us. But what we wouldn't even do that if, I mean, Cynn, you're my understanding. You're great the way you are, and I
Well,
thought you. I mean, so that's my question, right? I'm not trying to say anything about you. I'm asking, like, would you even want that if the cost was fair and we all agreed and it wasn't going to hurt us, and or it was a hurt that we were willing to pay? Is that something you would want?
Cal, the cost isn't just something from Ro. It is Ro.
What does that mean?
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
The
What do you mean, me? As a
Bave
person?
said that there is a war coming. And they need as many warriors as they can by their side.
I don't even know what side I'd be fighting for, Mario.
Bave said that she could reunite you with your father.
And for the first time in a long time, Róisín looks to Sky, and in that moment, Róisín looks very much like a young 5-year-old who has come to Sky with questions about who she is and why she is the way she is. The look of like hurt. It's this look of like hurt and curiosity and needing to know for their own sake. She's trying to like absorb all of this, and she doesn't know what to do.
Bave said that they could take these away from Cynn and me. But you would have to go join them and fight their war. Who knows what kind of, I don't know, atrocities you'd have to face?
Or commit
Yeah.
their war, Mario, not mine.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't make that decision. If you don't want to join them, then that's all there is to it.
Isn't there a version of that where we agree with what they're fighting for, though?
She hasn't told us that part, Cal.
I know, but that's why I would
The
think
last
it's
thing
worth
we want to do
asking.
is trust a fae.
But
She's
that's
not
why
a
it's
fae.
And
What?
what?
This is the first time that Sky speaks up. She's not a fae. Bive is the triune goddess, the Morrigan. Bive, Maha, Anu. And she's the one who put the geish on your father. And Ro, there's something I have to tell you. When your father knew that it wouldn't be safe for your mother to raise you, he entrusted you to me. And the Morrigan, as punishment, put him under a geish. And that is what has separated you. But that's not the whole truth. The geish is that if he ever lays eyes on me, he will die.
What?
But why? Why did they do this?
Because there is a prophecy of a great warrior. The child of a hound will strike down all of her foes. And millennia ago, the Morrigan almost got her hands on the child of a hound. But the child died. So she put the geish that said either I separate you from your father, or I let you be with him and in her clutches. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took your father away from you. But it was the only thing I could do to protect you.
Is that what a gish is? An impossible choice? She stands up because I feel like she had knelt down to help with the like medical kit, and she just she stands up in this way like she's upset now, and she doesn't know what to do with all this emotion.
A geisha is a choice between death and a life not worth living.
So I can save my sister, or rather, change my sister, and give her a life that maybe she wants. But in exchange, I have to give the Morrigan my life.
No, no, no. That's not going to happen. Mario, this is who you're trying to trust, who would do a choice like this, who's inflicted so much pain on Ro-sheen or on Sky and probably on us. This isn't someone who can be trusted to do what they say anyway, and I don't care if I have to absorb all of the probes. I'm not going to let you be taken.
What do you want, Cynn? I have watched you suffer for the entirety of us growing up. And now there's a chance. A chance that you don't have to hurt like this anymore. You'll never have to worry about the fruit again.
You can't mean that. Not if it means that you would be taken away.
You're not answering my question. Do you want it or not, Cynn? It's an easy answer.
Yes, more than I can, but it can't happen. It won't happen. It's not going to happen.
She leans in and she touches her forehead to yours. She says, if it's what you want, then shouldn't I just give it to you?
Not at this cost. If she's done what she's done to your father and she's caused you all this pain, we can't let her get her hooks into you too.
She's gonna keep trying.
And we'll keep stopping her.
And I say, yeah. If she's got your dad under some sort of spell, I don't know if it's worth losing you and just having you be a weapon to her. Cynn, if you don't mind, I'll take your hand. I'll like intertwine fingers with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, your sister's not alone in this anymore, Ro. You've never been alone. Whatever they throw against us, we'll be ready for them.
We're family and we don't sacrifice each other.
That's right. That's right. And if the cost isn't, if Cynn doesn't want to pay that cost, that's what matters. And I don't mean that's like a selfish thing for Cynn. What I'm saying is, Ro, you don't have to go throw yourself away for this goddess or whatever.
Besides, if she just wants to treat you and your father like weapons, what would she do with this kind of power? And I sort of shake the hand that you've intertwined.
Well, that's a good
There's
question though,
no-
Cynn. Like, she's a goddess. What I don't. Why does she need Ro? Like Ro, you're incredible, right? I don't mean anything by that, but like, she's a goddess. Why is she doing all this? Maybe there's
Because
even
she's a
middle
sadistic
ground. That,
bitch.
well, okay, that's probably true.
Maybe
But
in
maybe
her
there's
eyes,
a
I'm no
room
better
to
than a-
negotiate.
Maybe in her eyes, I'm no better than a wild dog. Needs to be leashed.
And that's a problem then, if that's the case.
And that's not true. We all
Yeah.
know it.
Exactly.
And we won't let anyone treat you that way.
I know. I know, it's all right. It'll be fine.
Out of character, do we know what the war is, or what it is that the Morgan wants her
No
to fight
idea.
in?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because
I
here,
think. Mhm. Go
well,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, if we could talk to her on even grounds and say, hey, we'll help with this thing, and you can give Cynn this other thing, and let's come to an agreement that we're all happy with. I don't understand why she has to.
And
I
that
don't know.
Ro gets her father back.
Yeah, like we should be able to talk to her about that, but I don't understand why she has to do it this way.
Doesn't seem like she wants to negotiate, Cal. It seems like she wants what she wants, and she's gonna
Well,
throw whatever she needs to at our feet.
it
to
may
get
be
it.
that she's a wild goddess who's not used to having to ask or negotiate or compromise. And maybe she's going to have to get used to that because she's not getting what she wants. Not at this price.
Who's to say she won't
There's-
just take it?
Us. And I just look around at everyone like, weird to say.
There is another option.
Fine, we'll take that one.
And you just see sorrow in Sky's eyes.
What is it?
I would not accept this that hastily. Come with me, kids. And she stops and corrects herself. Come with me, friends. And she reaches out and offers a hand to Ro to
Ro will
hold on to.
Ro will take it, as she has so many times in her life.
And she this is a small, like, little 2-story house, and Sky takes Ro by the hand and leads her down into the basement, and she pulls a shelving unit out from the wall and slides it, and it's just this horrible metal scraping noise as it slides along the concrete.
Ugh.
And then she reaches in and, like, between two, like, just a finger width gap in the concrete, slides both of her hands into it and just starts heaving, and there is just this rumble as this super heavy just slab of concrete is slid, and you can see her strain to move it.
Ro-sheen helps her.
And you see a sad look of thankfulness on her face.
She doesn't. It makes her feel a certain way to like have to help her like this. For she's never known, like, you know how when not a lot of people may have this experience, but when you realize your parents are older and they can't do as much as they used to, that's this moment for Ro.
It's
Like,
not
it
that
feels
she's
like that.
weak. It's that this is probably 4 tons of concrete.
Okay. Still feels weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is
you
it
get the
accurate to like? Is the vibe that it's also breaking Sky's heart a little bit to open this thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And inside is a room, and the walls are lined with, there are rifles, machine guns. There are like at least 3. There's a javelin missile launcher in there. There is a katana that is set by itself on a hanging rack. There is a like a halberd. There is a bejeweled dagger, but there is in the center of the room what looks like a narrow coffin. And she lays her hands on top of it. Ro, I think I would live to see the day where this would be necessary. And she lifts it up, and inside is straw. And she reaches into the straw, and you see her grimace. And she pulls out of the straw a spear. And it is ancient. And it is covered in Norse runes. And she holds it out to you in both hands. And she says, "This is Gungnir, the spear of Odin."
Oh. She gingerly
and you
takes it.
may use it to slay gods.
Are you telling me to kill the Morrigan?
And just tears pour down her face.
What are the consequences of killing a god?
Well, you don't have to go, and your father will be free, and what else do we need to know?
No.
And she leans in, and everyone but Vixie, I want you to mute, or to take your headphones off.
Oh, why is that doing just me? Anyway.
There must always be a Morrigan. If one dies, another must take her place.
You're done. She breathes heavy. Who would that be?
Whoever strikes her down. And you have the power to do that.
Another impossible choice.
I'm sorry, my love.
She doesn't let go of the spear. But she just her body just sort of droops.
And Sky just pulls you into a hug.
She hugs her back in a way that a small child really needs their parent to hug them. So.
And Sky just holds you at arm's length. And she goes, you know what it costs. It's up to you to wield it or not. I'll not force it on you.
Right.
Well, so is there like a glitch where we just don't hear what they're saying, or it like blips to the end of their conversation, or what? Like
I think like you see just a shimmer around Sky, and the words, like you can see that her lips are moving, and you just don't hear the words.
Okay.
After all, she is the shadow.
So wait, what cost? What are we talking about?
Yeah, what?
And Sky closes the case and walks out of the room.
Are
Ro
you allowed to
watches
tell
her
us the cost?
and then looks to her friends and then to Cal. Her eyes are watery. There's tears in them. It's still pretty high, Cal. But it's better than the alternative, I think.
But you can't say what it is.
Wait, I know this look. You're gonna do something stupid and selfless, aren't you?
She she blinks really hard to try to keep tears from falling down her face. I'm considering it. I haven't done it yet. Cal, how do you break a geisha?
Ask the person to
No.
wait. No. Well,
She can't have the hound if the hound isn't there to be had.
No.
Oh God, thank you.
well,
The person.
you could destroy the person who holds the geisha.
Right.
Or ask them to forgive it nicely.
She's not gonna forgive it, you know it. Cal.
I mean, if we're talking about killing a god who's been an absolute dick to you and your family, I don't... Is that what we're talking about?
It's not all, Cal. There can't not be a Morrigan.
I don't get it.
No, it would take you,
Oh, shit.
right?
It's the same. The only difference is that at least in one case I'd have my free will.
It's not the same. You wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I mean,
What
you'd have
would
to...
do,
would you?
Cynn? I
You'd
don't
have to
know.
leave and go be with the gods or whatever, right?
I don't know. I don't know if the Pantheon would want me, but I want to be part of the Pantheon.
I mean, they're just
I,
powerful people, right? Like that. Maybe they need somebody like you.
Are
Would-
you telling her to do this?
I'm just saying.
What the
maybe
fuck, man?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm
Well,
just.
if
don't-
if you ended up becoming the Morrigan, would you be able to take this away from Cynn and me?
I
No,
don't know.
Don't ask that.
I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe
If
I
the
could fix you
Morrigan-
both.
if
Send
the
those
Morrigan
fruits to
can
hell
do
where
it,
they belong.
and Rose the Morrigan. I'm not saying you should do it, but I think it's worth thinking about in the ramifications and all the details. And does it mean you have to go away from us, that you have to go live somewhere else? That I hate that. So that's what I want to know.
I don't know what to do. It's like being between a rock and a hard place. I think I need some time to ruminate on this. I
Let's-
don't know how much time we have, but I think I'd like to be alone now. And
Okay,
she
well,
starts walking past Cal, like
Okay,
as he's
just-
talking.
one other component, as I'm not going to follow you because I feel like you don't want me to, but there's also the version where we ask her what this war is and would we want to fight it anyway. And I would be there with you.
bold of
You
you to
wouldn't-
think she'd give you an answer, Cal.
I know, but we could give
Yeah.
her a chance to answer or kill her.
Yeah, she talked a bit in circles when I spoke to her.
Then we'll make her talk straight.
Exactly.
Gonna get some air, if that's all right. You can strategize.
Ro-sheen, do
I
you
don't-
need some place to be?
I'm
I
already.
think I can take you somewhere.
She looks at Mario.
Take her where?
Okay, and I don't know if I necessarily have to check my Doom track for this, but one of the extras that the Doomed has is a sanctuary. And I think as we're talking about this and Vixie, when Ro-sheen says that you need to be somewhere, this kind of image crystallizes in my mind. And my hand makes that rent in space and time. And beyond, you see what looks like it's almost like the place where the server banks were in Otherworld when we, went over and destroyed it and got the second fruit. But in this case, I'm gonna say that like there are the server banks are sort of, they're almost in ruins. So they're these kind of metal cabinets that jut up skywards in sort of like a henge, like a Stonehenge looking configuration. And like streaks of chrome like lace the ground and kind of lace up into the sky. And it's a pretty
Chromehenge. It's called Chromehenge.
Sure, Chromehenge.
Yes,
Perfect,
Chromehenge.
perfect. It's sort of like it's very like surreal, almost like being in Tron, being in the movie Tron, kind of. But it's also like it is peaceful and very serene inside. And I say, I don't know. I think there's a part of me that's been making this space just for some place for me to find peace. And if you want to use it, it's yours for a bit.
I don't Oh, will you come with me? So we have a way out again.
Yeah, of course. And then actually, I look to Sky and I look to Cinnamon and like, is this okay?
Sky just gives you a small nod.
I look over at Ro, and it looks like you want to go.
Ro looks like she has the weight of the world on her shoulders. She doesn't get like this often, but when she does, Cynn knows that she needs time to like think and be by herself. Like by herself in quotes, because Mario's coming too. But like
Look after her, Mario.
Of course. I'm not going to let anything happen to her. And if anything happens out here, don't hesitate to reach out.
and I think before they go, Ro-sheen goes over to Cal and like kisses his cheek in a very like loving way and says, I know you mean well, but I need some time.
I get it. Just don't run off on your own without telling us, please.
It doesn't work out well.
She laughs. She like gives a little chuckle and then does what she's done with Cynn and presses her forehead to Cal's with a hand on his cheek and says, I won't do anything stupid. I'll be back. And then goes back to Mario.
And I think with that, like, I just gesture for you to step through.
Right.
And hold on for a second. And when you do, I turn back to you, Cynn and Cal, and I say, I'll make sure that she has space and do my best to take care of her. But again, if anything happens out here, get in touch. And I kind of, tap at my ear, like get into comms. I should still be able to hear you there.
Okay.
And if you see a rent in time and space open up, and you see us there, just jump right in because we probably need you.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes
got it.
sense.
That's encouraging.
And before we walk through, Cynn, I reach out to your hand and I give it a squeeze. And then I lean into your ear, Cynn, and I said, I always wanted to be part of your family.
Sorry, that was really sweet.
I squeeze your hand back and I think I say, you're always part of my family. And then I don't let go of your hand for a moment when you start to pull away, and then let it loosen my grip so that our fingers can slide apart.
Yeah.
I need a quick little flashback to like 14, 15-year-old Mario and Cal at Magic Camp. Jay, is it okay if they're also like Magic the Gathering nerds?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So there's a point where Cal realizes he can do actual magic, right? And there's like a convention and they're selling, sealed alpha packs, whatever.
Oh my god.
Ed Cal's like, but like for $50, right? He's like, there's gonna be a foil Black Lotus in there, and he and there's literally a foil Black Lotus, right? Is that what it's called?
Black Lotus,
Black Lotus.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know they were foil at that time, but
Well,
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
this one is. It's pretend, goddammit.
Super special.
Yeah.
They had the vision to do that back then instead of
Yeah.
thinking, oh, this is just a card game.
You know, but he has a little like perspex container that he like keeps this thing on him just as a lucky charm, right? And as Mario's turning to go, Cal says, hang on, and he like produces this like still in the hard plastic little shell in between his fingers and just flips it, like throws it to Mario and says, I'm gonna need that back. But
That's awesome.
you might need the mana.
My hand comes up, nanites come out and kind of catch the thing in midair, and it hovers to my chest, and my chest encloses it.
That's cute.
Like
He's keeping it close to his heart.
Yeah.
yeah. And also, I don't want like UV light to get to it because that degrades
that'll
the
mess it
quality
up,
of the
yeah.
card. Yeah.
Degrades the quality of the card. Can't have that.
Yeah. Totally. No.
Mhm.
And I say with that, I say we'll be right back. And then we step through.
Yeah, and I think Ro follows.
So we step through this portal, and I close up the gate behind us, and there's my eyes are chrome again at this point. And so when I'm looking at you, you can see the entire space kind of reflected in my pupils.
Mm.
But it's not necessarily just the space that is being reflected. Like you can actually see in my pupils, it's almost like it's a drone flyover of the place. And it's like I'm looking into the space as well. And I say, I don't know if this is the kind of thing that Cynn was ever able to do or did. I don't know if it's because my unit is different.
Your unit is different. You know that. They built it, or I guess they attuned it to the Fey realms. Or
Yeah.
at least that's what I got from it.
Yeah. And I look around and I say, one of the things I've always admired about you is how you've been part of another world, a bigger one. And your legacy goes back hundreds of years, thousands of years, even. And for the longest time, I don't think it was ever in me to understand that. And that was just cool as hell. And I think having this with me, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. Cinnamon keeps saying she doesn't know how long I'm going to be around because of this thing, but I feel like I could see myself 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 300 years from now, still being around and maybe being part of something.
Ro places a hand on Mario's shoulder and says,
It's a legacy I didn't get a say in. I was born to it, and apparently born to whatever prophecy this was. I didn't even know about it. I didn't want it. There were days, Mario, that I would have loved to be like you. As much as I might enjoy the ability to throw a car at some ill-intentioned foe, having a normal life, one where you aren't accosted all the time or have to hide who you are from people, I've always wanted that. I know Cynn's always wanted that too. But I understand how it felt before this, like you might not fit. But Mario, you kept us human. You reminded us we could be people too. Even when it didn't feel like we could be. And
Sorry, go ahead. No,
I
go
will-
ahead, go ahead.
your fruit, that thing, try, it calls itself. Don't for a bloody second believe that it won't take your mind, take you, take everything about you, and absorb you. You saw what almost happened to Cynn. That could have been you. That could also be you. The way you say we when you mean I. The way you just tear rents in reality, like you're tearing a sheet of paper. Those things are all miraculous and wonderful, wonderful, Mario. But at the end of the day, what lurks beneath the surface has jaws, and it won't hesitate to eat you the moment it gets a chance.
I think for the first time ever, I'm quiet after you say all that because I think for the first time ever, I genuinely understand sort of the weight that you're carrying. Like I've always understood the weight that um Cinnamon has, bearing the Quince unit.
Mm-hmm.
Um I think to some degree I've always understood kind of like the responsibility that Cal has taken on being a hero and learning magic. Um but I think I've just always ever seen you as the woman who can, yeah, like pick up a truck or, have an entire brick wall thrown at her and just bust through that wall. And this is the first time that I kind of see you as um or a first time I see sort of like the other side of all that, you know. And I say I it hasn't always been easy for me and my family. And being like this, the more we are like this.
We.
Look at my hands, my chrome hands. Yeah, I say the more I'm like this, the more I worry about Lou and my mom. Um, maybe I reminded you that you could be human, but you all showed me that I could be a hero. And all I'd done was take hits. Sometimes I feel like I would get in your way.
You were never in
And
the way. Not to me. You were doing your best. With the talents that you're given. That's how I was raised. You do what you can with what you have. More or less doesn't matter as long as you use it well.
you've always shown me that too. I don't think I've done enough for everyone. But at the very least, I can give you this. And I gesture around and I say, I know that things got really complicated. You got a lot on your mind. Seems we're all wrestling with something. Seems everything is just coming for us nowadays. But if I can give you a little peace and quiet, I'd love to be able to do that for you.
You've always been a place of peace and quiet for me, Mario. It just might not have ever felt that way. But when we get to meet at the coffee shop or build costumes together, do the things that normal kids, normal young adults do. That's quiet for me. I don't have to think about my parentage. I don't have to think about my da. I don't have to think about the weight of what I carry by being me. I can just be.
I think, and with that, I put a hand on your shoulder, you know, and I say, just be you here. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be me too. I think maybe we both needed this time to think.
And she puts a finger on your forehead and says, "You tell that fruit. I'm not afraid of him either. I'll take him out just as soon as I take the stupid other fruit out. I'll take both fruits on at once. If I have to."
That's awesome.
She like pokes you in the forehead.
And I gesture out to the space, like basically as you look out, you can see that if you wanted to, like if you willed it, if you could move anywhere here,
Mm-hmm.
and like a space will kind of open up, like the henge will kind of expand and like reform around you into
that.
like whatever you want that space to be. Part of the features of my sanctuary is a meditation space. And like if you wanted to, like it'll form stairs to form a platform up above, and again like henges will appear around that, and you can just kind of expand the space to be whatever you want. It's sort of, you know, it's kind of like a reflection of the fact that Tri can reform.
And I don't think Ro like goes too crazy here. She just goes towards the meditation space, and like she has done what she usually does with her when she is not using her spear and sheathed it on her back. So it's just kind of gone into wherever it goes, like her little I don't know, antimatter storage, because she's not magical girl transformed right now. So but she takes her time to like walk in and like to the space, and she just sort of stands there for a minute pondering what to do between these two impossible choices.
Mhm.
She can give herself to the Morrigan or become the Morrigan herself, which is a hell of a choice for one person to make. So I'm not sure what's going on the outside, but
Well, we also wanted to give Rose a chance to come back onto the
I know.
call.
Yes.
And scene. I'm going to slap the stage here. Thank you.
Great.
So, is Mario also staying in the sanctuary space, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there. And the other thing that I have in my sanctuary space is a powerful computer. And so I think while Róisín is thinking
Mhm.
things through,
Time
I
to
go
play
to the
Fortnite.
servers. Yeah, exactly.
I
No,
can't.
I
Jason.
finally have a unit that's like, you know, powerful enough to play Baldur's Gate 3 at its like highest settings.
For
So
real though. What the hell?
I'm not going to attain that anytime soon in my real life, so I might as well live the fantasy here. No, I'm going to start going to the different parts of the henges, and I'm going to my hands reach into the ground, nanites come out, and I start pulling out components, like wrecked components of the other servers, and I'm
Mhm.
going to try to sort of reassemble them into that powerful computer that comes in my space.
Fantastic.
Oh, and real quick, Rose. Sorry, one second.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So do I have to mark that last pip in my doom track
Oh
for
no.
that teleportation?
Please
Oh, I
think
get another doom
visiting-
sign. I'm not like doomed yet, but I get
Okay.
another doom sign if I do.
Sure. Go ahead and gain a doom sign.
Okay, poof. I'm going to gain the dark visions doom sign. Mark your doom track to have a vision about the situation at hand. After the vision, ask the GM a question. They will answer it honestly. So if you want to make me have a dark vision now, I can do
Oh
that,
no,
or
you
we can save that
choose.
later. I
You
choose.
choose. Do you want to have one now?
Yeah. I mean, how do you say no to a question like that?
Cool. We're gonna put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Or actually, you like are starting to like reassemble things, and you're thinking about things, and you like your eyes roll back into your head, and we cut away.
Okay.
To Ro-sheen, tell me a
Yes.
little bit about how you're meditating.
I think Ro-sheen is not a Buddhist monk, okay?
Mhm.
She's not like meditating in the traditional sense. It's very much like she is it's very that anime end credit scene of like the person that is standing looking at like just kind of looking at the view but not really looking at the view. Just contemplating, like very like a contemplative look on her face as she weighs the best thing to do. There is a part of her that wants to run away and do something stupid. Cynn called that. Like she just wants to handle it herself, but
Yeah.
she also promised that she wouldn't. And in her own way, it's almost like a mini geisha because she made a promise to Cynn, and she honors her promises to her sister and to Cal as well, who is her love. So
we get this moment of you kind of up on a platform, kind of overlooking this other world and otherworldly space, and kind of deep in thought, weighing the things, and the camera pans behind you.
oh no.
It is a beautiful view, isn't it, my dove?
Ro-sheen turns around, ready for combat. Like she hasn't pulled her spear up, but she's like, who are you and why are we fighting?
And it's a man. He's got long red hair, same as yours. A silver circlet around his head. He's clean shaven. And he wears a long cloak, and he has kind of a traditional Irish, like he's wearing like a belted tunic. And he is leaning on a spear that you would recognize anywhere.
Okay, Volk.
Indeed, the one and the only.
There's a moment where she's just like, is this the real life or is this fantasy? And she just holds her ground at first, but drops her like combat stance and says, "Ugh. If you are who I think you are, it's been a really long time."
It has, my darling. And I'm sorry, it has been too long.
The only reason I remember your face is because it looks so much like mine.
I only see your mother's face when I look at you.
I'm glad somebody can remember her. I remember Sky. That's it.
He looks hurt when you say that.
Oh. That's a lie. I know her face. And she pulls up the locket that she wears around her neck and opens it and shows the pictures of her father and her mother.
And he just gives a sad smile and pulls a matching locket out from around his neck.
How else would I have recognized you then?
She like takes a tentative step towards him. Are you here to take me away? Or are you just visiting? For the first time in God knows how long.
It's the first time I've been able.
Did she not allow you to see me at all?
Sky hasn't allowed me to do a lot of things.
Well, you can't see her. Not without consequences.
Dying horribly,
Yeah.
I believe, was the exact wording.
Well, I was trying to be gentle. I didn't want to hit you in the face with it.
No, I've had to live with it for nigh 20 years.
How'd you even get here? This is someone else's sanctuary.
I've spent a long time in Otherworld, and I know its many paths. But more importantly, I'd recognize you anywhere.
Take after Mada.
You do.
She, like, at this point, she kind of walks towards him and gives him a hug.
And
He'll allow it.
he, just pulls you in for a bear hug.
And I think at this point, like, Ro-sheen does start crying. She holds on to him. I don't know what to do.
You have a great opportunity. You could see your mortal friends live happy, mortal lives. And you can join me, father and daughter. And we will be glorious together.
For what? I don't even know what I'm fighting for.
Some people called it Ragnarok. Some people think it's the end of all things. Some people think it's just the start of another age. But you and I could be there. Together. Side by side. Slaying giants and monsters.
And that's a worthy cause to you. To destroy this world and make way for a new one.
The world will end one day or another. I'm not trying to destroy it. I'm fighting for the new one.
And the people that we've gotten to know in this world,
Will die. Of old age, of sickness. And will endure. Such is our blessing, such is our curse.
see,
Like your brother's mother. You never met either of them.
don't think I ever got the chance.
Illness took her 1,048 years ago. And I carry that ache in my heart. To this day.
And my brother, the one you're talking about.
It was not illness that took him.
But he did die. How did he have to make the same choice I did?
No, my darling girl. No. I slew him.
She pulls away from him, like, immediately and says, "What?"
In a madness. In a rage.
You just...
And I will carry that black sin on my soul for as long as I live and into the hereafter.
These are the things that we're capable of.
Aye.
Great strength, the ability to destroy.
Glory and terror in equal measure.
What if I just wanted to be normal?
Then you'd
What
be
if I
normal.
just wanted to have friends and a boyfriend who loved me? And be
Then
just
you'd watch him
someone
die in
else.
front of you. As he withers. As time, the evil bastard that it is, takes all things from us. All but blood. All but blood and sins. But we endure. And we can endure together. Make a life worth living. A life unending.
And leave everything I know behind.
Everything you know will leave you.
Sky won't.
Sooner or later.
Sky never left me. You left us. Don't talk
That's
to
what she
me about not leaving when you haven't been
Is that what
around for
she
the
told
last...
you?
for most of my life.
Is that what Sky told you?
She told me you left. And you weren't with us. I thought you were dead, actually. Till, I found out otherwise.
I had that gauge put upon me to keep me from striking her down. And she stole you from me.
What? I don't understand. That is not what Sky said.
She's a liar.
Why would she lie to me? She's been the closest thing I've had to a mother.
Aye. And the closest thing she's had to a daughter. There's a lot of things an immortal would do for kin.
I don't believe you. I don't think she lied. Sky wouldn't do that. She's only ever had my best interests at heart.
How's she know?
Yes.
Did she tell you that you could have visited me at any time?
What?
Gaish only keeps me from seeing her. 20 years. 20 years without my own daughter.
She said you were gone. That you didn't want to see me. I always thought you didn't want to see me.
My darling dove, there's nothing I want more.
This is too much. I was trying to figure out what I want to do, and now it's only made things worse. have seen you all this time. I could have had my dad with me.
Would you like to roll Pierce the Mask?
Yes, I would very much. I was also going to say she has the insecure condition, and this has progressively made that worse. So,
Nice.
so we're going to roll to pierce the mask. Where's my 2d6? Come here, 2d6. Da-da-da. That's, oh, I only rolled a 5.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so she did not roll high enough to figure anything out. She might be a little too befuddled.
Go ahead and mark potential,
Yay, potential.
but you can't tell what he's being honest about or not.
Okay. And I think Ro-sheen has only ever known Sky. Sky has been her whole world for as long as she can remember. And Ro-sheen, if nothing else, is 2 things. She loves completely, and she is very loyal. And it is very hard for her to believe that Sky would have lied to her like this. Especially from a man that she has had no contact with for almost 20 years. And she says, "Then how come you never came to see me?"
To see you would have meant seeing Skathak.
Not if you'd
And
come
to
to
see
school.
Skathak would have meant my death.
Not if you'd come to school. The Fae had no trouble finding me at a convention. And you
And who
couldn't.
was there with you the entire time?
You're saying she cultivated a close relationship with me to make sure you'd never see me again. I don't believe you. Sky loves me. She wouldn't
What
do
is
that.
Sky? A teacher of warriors. She taught me. She's older than me. So much older. She taught me how to use this spear. Nearly 2,000 years ago. And what she wants more than anything is legacy.
What do you mean by that?
She wants her skills, her prowess, her bloody battle prowess to live on in others, and mortals aren't good enough. She wanted to sculpt something from the crib all the way through till adulthood to be the perfect warrior.
Are you saying that Sky only ever saw me as a weapon?
Aye.
She thinks of all the
Hands to
moments.
wield a blade.
She thinks of all the moments that Sky like has been tender with her and kind with her. And like they've had these sort of parental moments, and she says,
And if I was just any other child, she wouldn't have cared as much. Abandoned
Wouldn't
me.
have bothered.
I need to leave.
"I need to leave," and she
And
like tries to
is
push
when
past Q.
we cut over to Mario, and you have a vision of Cuchulainn dragging an unconscious Ro-sheen through a portal. And you come back to it, and you realize that it hasn't happened yet. And you have a chance to go and stop them.
Okay. Oh boy, this is fascinating. All right, so I think I know where. I mean, I know where you walked off, right? So I'm gonna start running. Actually, I start running up there, and oh boy, I think my let's see, my nanites kind of like unleash themselves around my feet, and they start kind of like pushing me with tentacles, which activates my superhuman speed as I kind of run up that stairway to where I saw, um, to where I saw Ro-sheen walk up.
Mhm.
I need you to roll take a powerful blow
Oh God.
as you rush forward. Kukulin lashes out with the butt of his spear towards you.
Oh no!
Okay. All right. So that is +3 conditions.
Actually, I'm still here, right? I'm still conscious. Just checking.
Mhm. Yeah,
I would like
yeah.
to roll to defend.
Let's see how this
So-
roll goes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So real quick, now when I shifted from the Doom playbook, we decided I would keep one advancement of taking a move from another playbook.
Mhm.
And June, I also took I am not my body. So when I take a powerful physical blow, I roll as if I had 2 fewer conditions marked. I have 3 conditions, so I'm rolling +1, with that
Mhm.
-2 taken into account. And just this is the move where I have to roll low, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So I just to remind myself not to celebrate when that 5 and 6 pop up.
Just they're ones, natty ones. Let's go. The one
Natty
time
ones.
we were
I've
all
been
wishing for
rolling.
natty ones.
I know this. I've rolled a 2 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 this so far.
Internal sobbing.
Actually,
My
I'm gonna use those dice that rolled those numbers.
Snake
Where are the
eyes,
dice
snake
that are
eyes,
useful for
snake
this?
eyes.
Okay, come on, Black Marvel dice. It's your time to shine. Okay, all right. That's a 5 and a 2. Plus
So that's
1
an
is
8.
8.
Okay.
Middle,
So-
Do you
middle.
want
We'll take it.
to-
Second
Yes.
place.
Do you want to
Yep.
give ground?
Choose one
You're-
gets an opportunity to struggle past the. Oh God, mark 2 conditions. Jesus. Okay, on a miss, I stand. No, that's a hit, so I don't mark potential. I don't want to lash out verbally. Lord, no. I am going to give ground and let my opponent take an opportunity. Gain an opportunity.
Oh,
So thank you, Dice, for
for that.
for having my best interests in
Mhm.
heart.
And Ku, yeah, like you hear like a rushing, and Ku just swings out the butt of the spear and catches Mario in the stomach as he comes sprinting. And he just kind of like hits him. There's that like impact, and then he like full bodily heaves him up on the spear and yeets him off the platform.
Mario!
Okay. Do I mark a condition for that or
Nope.
no? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm flying off. I think as I'm flying through the air, I get on. Actually, I don't necessarily get on comms. I think like I say I'm flying through the air. And I'm just saying, try, get a hold of Cinnamon, right now.
Opening communication channels.
Cynn.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
as that's happening, what does Ro-sheen do?
Ro-sheen is pissed now because like Mario came and was yeeted into the sun basically, and I think at this point she pulls out the spear that Sky gave her, like out of habit. She just reaches for her weapon.
And there's this moment where sorry, finish your thought.
She doesn't transform into her armor. She does not transform. She just pulls it out and says, "I don't want to hurt you, but I am going to warn you."
I think you say at the same time, I don't want to hurt you. And then finish your sentence.
But I am gonna warn you. If you hurt my friends, I'm gonna fight back.
And Cuchulainn kind of pauses, takes a breath, and he goes, I'm sorry, I acted rashly. I do not trust those metal beasts. Come with me, Ro-sheen.
Those metal beasts. Do you think of them as monsters? Duh.
I think of them as things that have tried to take your friends from you. And we can give them back to you. We can give them back their mortal lives.
So they are monsters in the end that just need to be fixed. And she backs up as she's saying
listening
this.
to me.
She's as she says this, she backs up towards that edge.
They're people cursed. And I'm a curse breaker.
Are you now? Because you look pretty cursed to me. And she steps off the back of the platform and falls backwards.
He is going to like rush and try to grab you. How do you get away from him?
I think that she puts her spear up, looks him dead in the eye at the way that she would look at Try or Kintz if they like took her friends and she had to fight them, with the like just as stubborn as he is. Like that he spoke of legacy earlier, and I think that in that moment she says, you say I'm Sky's legacy, but I'm also yours. And she pushes him backwards towards the cliff with
Go ahead
with
and
all of
unleash
her
your
strength.
powers.
Yeah, let's unleash our powers, friends.
Are you angry right now?
She is definitely angry. You hurt Mario. What the hell?
Do you have angry marked?
I do not have angry marked.
Okay.
I can mark it.
You can if you want to, but I don't think the extra condition is worth the +1.
No, but I do have a thing whenever... Wait, is that...
That's the one I was talking about. When you have angry marked, you get a +1 to unleash your powers. Unless you switched off that one.
I switched that one off to Bull in a China Shop.
Yeah.
So it's and I'm not directly engaging a threat. I'm just unleashing my powers, just that much.
Yeah. So roll plus freak.
Plus freak. Gosh, I hope I'm freaky. Yes, I'm freaky enough. All right. That's good because that's a 3 and a 4 for a 7 plus 1 is an 8.
Nice. Okay, so it's you either take a condition or you get away from him temporarily. What would you prefer?
I think that I'd like to get away from him temporarily.
Okay. So yeah, he rushes and like almost catches you by like the collar of your shirt and just barely misses you. And just watches as you fall off the platform and then like do the superhero landing.
Yeah. Róisín never like loses eye contact either. She like falls backwards making eye contact with him and like doesn't lose eye contact until she has to land and has to focus on maybe not breaking both legs, you know.
Yeah. And I think that is when comms online. Incoming message from designate Try. And it's go ahead.
No, I was just June. Like as soon as the comms open, Cinnamon just hears Cynn. I'm obviously talking through something. Like something is happening, and I'm not. I'm flying through the air, and it's. I guess if you're communicating with somebody who was like skydiving, that's sort of maybe what it would sound like. Yeah. Somebody's here. They're trying to take your sister. I'm gonna try to help her out, but I think I may need backup. And I'm going to open a portal behind me to lock, to into your living room so that I can come and get you.
Okay. Before that happens, can we like rewind time 5 minutes or so that Cal and Cynn can do something real quick?
Sure.
Jason, did you want to go ahead and get that started?
Yeah, I think it's well, from Cal's perspective, and and I think maybe from Cynn's as well. We're like trying to be cool and not worry about our friends, and we're definitely worried about our friends. and passing off that card to Mario on his way out, Cinnamon has finally agreed to learn the basics of Magic the Gathering. And of course,
So this is how you tap for mana.
Yeah, Cal has produced like 2 starter decks that he just would have access to.
What do you mean I can't attack right away? You attacked right away with your guy.
Right, yeah, but that's because I play red, and so
untap, upkeep, draw. Let's go.
yeah. So they're
Welcome
just
to Neon Knights, the Magic the Gathering live play.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering live play with an RP problem.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just explaining the basics of the game, both of them desperately trying to be cool and not freak out about their friends. So
in that vein, I think that Cynn is playing a white deck and is looking at a card and kind of zones out looking at the card for a moment. And the camera comes in and it's a new a new card. It's a card that, you know, exists in our world, but not necessarily in the real world, quote unquote.
Sure.
And it's called Curse Breaker.
Yeah.
And I look at it and say, Cal, can I ask you a question? I've read enough mythology and creepypasta and all sorts of shit, and aren't geishas like subject to all sorts of loopholes?
Yeah, usually they're so powerful, so having exceptions and backdoors and all sorts of, you know, the references and requirements, that's usually how they could create such a powerful outcome.
Well, okay, so like prophecy works to fuck Greek heroes and stuff. So like Oedipus, no matter what he does, ends up killing his father and marries his mother. But it made me think, if the geish is that Cucullin can't lay eyes on Sky, then what if we blinded him?
Yeah, well, shoot. I mean, now that you say it, like, if I was him and I wanted to be around my kid, I could wear a fucking blindfold. Ooh, sorry, there's half our cusses.
Right. Or, you know, it's something like that. Like,
but it makes me think, like, okay, so that is pretty, like, if the blindfold comes off, he could die, right? Like, that is pretty risky, but you want to be around your kid,
I mean, you know, he'd have to live blind, but
that's hardly able to the worst thing anyone has to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder, is there something else to it? You know, like, is he kept away from her because he's dangerous or she's dangerous, or like there's something else going on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, this whole thing just has me kind of thrown for a loop with her dad being alive and maybe a chance to live a normal life, but at such a cost. I wish it was as easy as these cards. Oh, yeah. and I destroy your Orcish Oriflame with Curse Breaker.
Dang it, I didn't even see that coming. How'd you... Wait, did you already know how to play?
I downloaded the rules real quick.
It's just like Neo with Kung Fu, but it's like
Yeah, I
Neo
just had
card fu.
Quince. Quince is a database of all of the card text.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to
Yeah.
button that.
Quince has been to Scryfall.
Quince is Scryfall.
Yep.
Quince is an admin on Scryfall.
Yeah.
I think, like, as you say, I destroy, whatever it is with Cursebreaker. I come tumbling out of a portal onto your
There's
living
just
room.
cards go
Yeah.
flying as you tumble through the table.
You know
I
what?
guess now we'll never know who won. That's fine.
Can I unleash my powers? Can I unleash my powers to send nanites to gather the cards? I don't want anything to happen to all that stuff.
Unleash
That's
your powers.
expensive. That's money.
Oh shoot! Hold on, cardboard crack.
Okay, they're starter decks. They're not worth it.
yeah,
Oh.
they're starters. They're starters.
Yep.
It's nothing crazy.
Unless they're the Spider-Man ones, which people are reselling for crazy.
I mean, the
stupid
art is cool. I get why people like them.
No, that one's people speculating on
Yeah.
the face
Okay.
cards being expensive.
Yeah.
I just want to play Magic. I don't want to play.
Magic the Gambling.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I don't want to play Spider-Man or Dungeons and Dragons or whatever other whatever other
yeah.
things they're
That's really
porting in
good,
here.
But
That's
Wizards of the
really
Coast wants to play big number go up.
I think they want to
yeah,
play
yeah.
with my wallet.
Hasbro
Yeah.
is playing
Yeah.
big number go up
Yeah.
So,
already. How's that
All
unleash
right.
your powers going?
Oh wait, can I actually unleash my powers? No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna actually. Oh, okay, all right,
You said you want to. You no take backs.
all right. Let's see. I got a roll plus freak, and again, I don't think I have any conditions that affect this. Sorry, I did take. Oh, I do. I have hopeless, which is -2 to unleash my powers. So I am rolling at a +1. Okay, and I think it's time for me to give up on those other dice that are just like screwing me all over the place. That's cocked. That's a 5 and a 4. That's a 10 altogether to unleash.
Nice.
So
So you do it. Yeah. All of the cards just like whoop, and then like perfectly shuffle themselves back into decks.
I think I'm like because they're two separate decks, right? I think like I put a hand out and each deck kind of like just plops down on one hand on on one hand, and I say, as if like that was kind of a reflex action.
Right.
I look at the cards and then I look at you and I'm like, Ro-sheen's in trouble, and the
shit,
cards
okay.
like float.
What are
to
we
you,
seeing
Cal.
here?
And I the cards float off my hands to you, Cal, and kind of neatly, place themselves in your hand, and I quickly create another gash.
Yeah. The cards disappear and we follow you through.
Yeah, I create another gash in reality, and I lead the two of you through.
Nice.
Okay, what's happening to Ro?
And as you ask that, you like land in Otherworld, and you see Cuchulainn standing on the raised like dais type thing above you guys.
He's happening to Ro, and I point
The
to
hell he
Cuchulainn.
is.
Not for long.
And then I turn to the two of you and I say, Neon Knights, let's light this guy up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you are entering combat against a dangerous foe. So I'm gonna add 2 team to the pool. I think you're not prepared, so I'll subtract 1. Who's the leader?
I
Is it
think that's
Ro-sheen?
Mario.
I think that's me.
Oh, Mario.
I
Yes.
just called
You have
for it.
influence over
Invite you
everyone?
into space. Influence on. I don't have influence on Róisín.
You all have the same intent, so
Yeah.
I'll bump that up to 3. So 3 team going into the fight.
Okay.
All right.
So what do you do? I think as you kind of like land into the like meditation space, I think that's when Cuchulainn like jumps up into the air, and you see him pull back with Gibolg and just launches it into the ground in front of y'all. And I think Ro-sheen and Mario, go ahead and take a powerful blow.
Oh, can I try to
Can
I-
deflect that?
Okay,
I was
So-
gonna, try
Oh,
and
everybody's
defend.
doing stuff?
well, I have a question actually
Yes.
because Ro-sheen jumped off the platform and is below Hugh Holland. Direction, like where did everybody else end up? in
Everybody else is on the
relationship to
same
her?
level you are. So here's Kukulin. There's the stairs back this way. You guys are off this way in a lower area.
Okay.
So you are all
So-
grouped together.
So we are actually together because I was picturing
Yes.
like that they were far from me, which is why I was like, I need visual imagery first.
Yes.
All right, that determines what I want to do. I would like to defend, but
It sounds like a bunch of people want to do things.
yeah, that sounds like we're all gonna do stuff. So I just wanted to clarify where I was in relationship to all of this. So
Yeah.
happy
I
to wait for
want to.
everyone
I want to catch it.
else.
Oh.
I want to try
fantastic.
and snag it out of the air
All right.
with
I think
my arm turning sort of liquid and lashing out at it to stop it.
nice. Go ahead and roll to defend.
I will. And I am not my body, so I will subtract 2 of my
No,
conditions from
you're
this roll.
not. You're not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is a defend roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not human enough. Oh no, wait. No, I'm sorry. I
think that
nope.
applies.
I think I was thinking about taking that and I did not. So
Okay.
that's powerful. Okay, so
So this is plus savior.
okay. 6. No, just under the cap. And I just had raised savior a moment ago.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you help?
By our powers combined.
I think
Someone have
yeah. I think as you are sending your arm out in its sort of liquid form, I reach out to you and my fingers send, my fingers kind of like stretch out, send out these little chrome fibers. And I sort of augment my senses, your senses with mine. And so, you get basically an extra pair of eyes, and you see that I'm kind of calculating the trajectory of the thing, and I'm helping your hand move to, to the correct position to be able to snag that spear.
Okay.
And can I spend a team to make that 6 into a 7?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, and that
So
at least like pushes you up to a hit.
Yep.
On a 7 and 9, you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Well,
What do
I'm
you do?
certain. I mean, this action is both of those. So, I will go ahead and expose myself to danger. We'll take that.
I still want to defend, so I got you.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay. So yeah, you defend against that, and I think Kukulin just kind of like steps off of the ledge and then just vertically drops and like barely has to bend his legs upon hitting the ground. Like just like the impact barely phases him.
That's called a super villain landing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Correct.
And he goes, "Lass, you should unhand that."
All right. And I will press it to my chest to try and absorb it.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
This is gonna be amazing.
One way or the other.
Kind of role would that be?
Is this
Probably
It's
unleash,
unleashing
right?
Unleash your
reshape
powers?
your environment.
Mhm.
So go ahead and unleash
Yep.
your powers.
okay?
Let's go.
Plus freak.
I can think of a way to help if it's close as well.
Thank you, but that is a 12.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good Lord.
10,
Oh,
10
so
plus
Get
10 plus
this
2.
bread.
you
Let's fucking go.
You can't dissolve it, but you do absorb it. So
Okay.
you just kind of have it like stuck
Sticking
through your
out.
body. Yeah. I imagine kind of like the haft coming out of one hip and then the spear tip coming out of one shoulder
Okay.
as you just kind of flow around it.
Great.
Cool. He is not happy about that.
Nope, but he's paying attention to me.
Correct.
Go ahead and take a powerful blow.
All right.
As well, okay. Let me think. All right. He is going to open. He just kind of takes his hands, presses the palms together, and then makes a slicing motion. And a rent in reality opens behind you, and he tries to like do a running punch and punch you through it. What do you guys do?
Okay. So can I still take a powerful blow off of that?
Don't take a powerful blow yet. I'm setting up a thing so if people don't do something, bad stuff will happen.
Okay. I know Ro was wanting to defend, right? I don't want to get in the way of that.
Yep, correct.
All right, go ahead and defend your sister.
All right, yeah. Ro immediately springs to action and goes to defend her sister. So I just wasn't sure if anyone else wanted to go first, so I was holding on to that. And I also would like to use a move here. The bull has something called There When It Matters. So when I defend someone on a hit, I can hold one instead of choosing one from the list. And I can spend my hold when they are in danger later to arrive on the scene ready to help.
Cool. That works.
I'm gonna pull a new die from my pool here to... And I say pool as if it's because I have a bunch of dice and I swap them out when they roll like shit.
We all understand. We're dice goblins.
Yes. I just didn't want to get mistaken anyone to think I was playing blades. I'm not. But anyway, to defend, when you defend someone, roll plus.
Not me. I just have some random dice I got out of the Monopoly box.
I need dice, quick, Monopoly. All right, I have +1 to savior.
That's what Yahtzee's good for.
Look, yeah. So that's a 2 and a 4 for a 6 +1 is 7.
Okay, so on a 7 and 9, you either escalate the situation or expose yourself to danger.
I think that Róisín is going to expose herself to danger on behalf of her sister, and she's going to do it by pulling Gaybolg out of her sister.
Ooh.
Okay.
She basically exchanges one spear for another. Like puts the other one away, grabs it, and like does her spinny thing that she does, like when she's attuning to it, if you will.
Go ahead and roll take a powerful blow. As you're spinning it, he catches Gaybolg like in one hand.
Oh shit. Okay.
Go ahead and roll take a powerful blow. Now you may get to
now
keep
I
it.
need the shitty dice. maybe we'll see. All right. They hate me. My dice are like LOL. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
On the dice.
So on a 7 and 9, you can either lash out verbally, give ground, or take 2 conditions.
Ooh.
If you give ground, he'll get his spirit back.
Yeah, I think that she is. I'm trying to decide if I want to take 2 conditions because she is a stubborn mofo.
You could also lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action. You don't have to inflict a condition. You can just tell someone to do something a little bit stupid.
It's true. Do I want to put my teammates in danger though? If I'm trying to,
yeah, of course.
All right. So okay, if my teammates are up for it, she says, and I think she says out loud, "Don't let him get a spear."
Okay.
As she like fights him for it.
Cool.
And she'll lash out verbally.
Are they still both holding on to it?
Yes.
Okay. So if possible, I'd like to, as they're sort of struggling back and forth with it, I want to sort of impossibly like duck under this, come up with uppercuts and breadbasket, like just in his guts, just let it
go ahead and
go.
Engage the threat.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Just -2 to that. So total of -1. All right. That's fine.
Oh, God.
It's going to go great. It's gonna go great.
This is gonna be
Um,
amazing. Roll a
Not the
12.
first time that Cal's getting up in those guts today.
I mean, he had to clear 2 conditions somehow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, Rose lost connection again.
It broke.
I killed Rose. I'm sorry.
We're doing great.
Okay, so it's a 10 minus 1 is a 9. I don't know if there's any way for someone to help in the situation, but
Certainly.
but it's a success anyway. So either
Yeah,
way.
Mario, you could help and spend a team.
Yeah. I'm gonna say. So actually, Cal, you're running up there to Cucullin, right?
Yeah, I'm doing like a knee slide under there and just uppercut and elbows in the gut and just trying to knock his knee out. Just everything.
Trying to get him to let go, right?
Yeah.
I think when I see you making that move, again, I send nanites out, and they actually kind of get underfoot of you,
Oh yeah.
and they give you that little boost of movement that you need to kind of
Okay.
slip you under there.
Okay.
So let's push this to a strong hit.
Okay.
Yep. So on a 10 plus, choose 2.
So I
We've
am
got
gonna
one team left.
resist or avoid their blows because I do not need to take more conditions. And take something from them.
Okay. So you take the spear.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
at
the Valkyrie gets the spear, but yeah.
but your team gets the spear.
Great.
And Cucullin, or I think you like come in, hit him in the stomach, hit him with an uppercut, and he just kind of shoves back and does like a skid across the ground a little bit. And then he makes a claw with one hand and strikes downwards, and a portal opens up, and the claw of a Slua comes out of the portal. We will say towards Cal.
Is that like a giant bird foot claw?
Yeah, it is basically, imagine a hand-shaped raven's claw.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But it is
I hate it.
the arm is the size of a person.
Can I use the defend move here that the bull that I just that I used with the bull?
Let's see. I think
It
everybody's
says-
acted this turn.
Okay.
I think what
hold. So hold. That's fine.
or you know what? We're gonna start a new round, essentially. So yeah, if you want your turn to be defending Cal, go for it.
Yeah, because the bull move that I had is there when it matters. When you so when you defend someone, which I did earlier on a hit, which what happened, I can hold one instead of choosing one from the list and spend my hold when they're in danger later to arrive on the scene ready to help.
Yeah,
so that's the
I
move
would I would
wanted
hold
to
on
do.
to that because you
Okay.
basically still have that banked. So if someone gets pulled through a portal, you can go get them.
Okay, I can go get them. So I'm gonna hold. I wasn't quite sure how that worked. That's what I was asking about. And
Yeah.
I don't. June, did you get a chance to go? I was just.
I
did I?
grabbed the spear initially.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I'm also okay taking a hit. Like that's fine.
Okay, but
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
Richmond's
I'm just gonna
precious,
say,
right?
just take a condition, your choice, as this thing just kind of comes, just screaming through.
Me?
So
I take a condition.
I'm trying to. This is getting more into the crunchy side of Masks combat, of like, okay, how am I moving the story forward, but also making sure that I'm not just hammering things too much. So I'll say no. Don't take a condition. Who wants to deal with the bird claw?
Can I step up to this one and defend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. As I do that, I yell out, "Not in my house," because this is my space.
Yes.
Put my hands down to the ground, and those chrome streaks that kind of were extending out, they start tracing lines to these sort of these standing stone server cabinets, and like 3 or 4 of them will kind of reconfigure to form like for all intents and purposes like barbs that extend from the ground to kind of like clamp around this hand that has appeared from the portal. to basically, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop it, but I'll at least be able to kind of like hinder it if I could.
Mhm.
Let's see. So this isn't great. When I roll defend, I roll plus savior. Now, unfortunately, I think this one I am going to be affected by. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out.
Let's see which condition affects
Pierce.
that.
It's guilty, I think. -2 to defend. Oh, no, that's
Guilty is
provoke.
provoke or assess.
So it's insecure then. In that case, that's -2 to defend, which I'm not insecure right now. I cleared that one. Oh, no, I never got that one. So anyway, I am rolling plus savior, which unfortunately is +0, but here we go. That's a 5 and a 1, so that's only a 6.
All right. Does anyone want to spend that last team?
Ugh.
I will. And the way I'll do that is by I will charge and grapple with the hand.
Nice.
Like grapple the forearm part as it comes out to try and hold it in place.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's see. So on a 7, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. Let's see. On a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. So I'll say that. Kind of holding it in place takes my focus and removes. It kind of like dulls my awareness of the scene around. So I'm gonna go ahead and expose myself to danger.
Okay.
And then I get to choose one. I either add a team to the pool, take influence, or clear a condition. I'm going to add another team to the pool.
Cool.
'cause we are
Is that
flat
on a
out.
10 plus or on a hit?
I think it's on a hit. Hold on. Roll savior. For NPC threats, on a hit, keep them safe and choose one. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. So on a 10 plus, I wouldn't have exposed myself to danger or escalated.
Right. Okay. So you can still add a team to the pool,
Yeah.
or clear a condition.
So we are at 1.
Okay.
Now,
Cool.
is that assistance my action entirely, or is
No.
that
No.
okay?
No, but the danger that Mario gets is while you're doing that, Coca-Cola and Sparta kicks you through the portal.
Time to it's time to do all of my training. I have that thing. If
This
someone gets
isn't
me through a
even
portal.
Sparta.
No.
Yeah,
Slow-mo.
just he just runs and just does like a standing kick and just boots you through the portal. And that is the danger that you're exposed to.
I would like to use my defend move here. The little move that lets me do that. Be there when it
Yeah,
matters.
we
There when
will
it matters.
we will come to that.
Okay. I'll be patient.
Well, wait, is Cynn getting booted
what-
through a portal? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the consequence of getting
s-
exposed to danger.
Isn't that
Oh.
Mario?
Yes.
Oh, Mario.
yeah.
Mario's
Mario's
getting
booted.
booted.
To the... Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. I thought you just said someone is getting booted. I was like, yes, someone is. Mario. Mario is someone.
Got it. Okay.
Sometimes Mario is someone's.
Depends on if he's which version of Wii he's using.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Okay.
So as I'm grappling with it, can I yell out, Cal, close the portal?
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
See if we
Yeah.
can, just cut this arm right off.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm
just
gonna- That sounds like a great idea. Can I unleash my powers?
absolutely.
Okay. Just a little bit hopeless here, but that's okay. It's gonna be
It's only a
fine.
-1.
It's -2 when you have a condition.
You have a +1 freak though, right?
Nope. Somebody
Oh,
lowered
so
it. I
it's a
don't remember
-2.
who.
I think that may have been me.
It's a 7 -2 is a 5.
Oh,
Ooh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now, is
Okay.
there what does using team selfishly do?
That
Lets you
moves
shift your
your
labels.
labels.
Oh, changes your okay.
But it would only change it by one.
Yeah.
And because I thought about that, but the 5 is too far of a miss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Let's see. What's the consequence of unleash your powers?
That is up to me.
I have too many pages open. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, you unleash your powers and you try to close the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a ping pong effect where it doesn't affect the failure doesn't affect you directly. The arm pulls back and pulls Cynn through the portal with it.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
And then the portal closes, or it's still open?
Yep. And then the portal
Okay.
closes.
Damn
my
it.
thingy.
Now you got to
choices.
choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
The hero's choice.
Yeah. My life is only choices right now. No.
Yeah.
We are 5 minutes out from ending. I think
Do we want to end on that
might be
cliffhanger?
I think that might be a perfect cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
all
we
right,
can pick up
all
with
right.
Valkyrie using that move.
Turning
Yes.
back and forth between the portals.
Yeah.
Yes.
What will she choose? Let's go ahead and go to end of session moves.
Okay.
Did Iron Valkyrie grow closer to the team, further from the team, into her own image of herself?
Further from the team, I would say, because of all the crap that she just found out. And, the person who's been her rock for her whole life suddenly, like, maybe not being the person she thought they were. So, definitely growing further away from the team
Okay.
for that.
Who loses influence over you?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think because it has to do with family, did I already lose, did Cynn already lose her influence on me?
Could I make a pitch? Like, I don't want to influence your choice here, Vixie, but
I'm open.
the thing that Ro got gutted with came from outside the team, and I almost wonder if it hasn't strengthened Ro. Like, the thing that hasn't let Ro down is the team.
That's true. So maybe it's maybe go the opposite way and say
it's
that
just
I
a
get
thought.
closer
It's just a thought.
to the team?
Because that's all.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I like that better than growing away from the team. I feel stupid not thinking of it that way, but it is what it is.
I didn't mean to I'm so sorry if I suggested that. That's not what I meant at all.
No, I know that's not what you meant, but that's the way my
Okay.
brain works, which is why it's broken.
Okay.
But anyway, so but yeah, let's see. I'm too excited. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Let's see. What does that do again when you grow closer to your team?
You add a experience. What's that called? Potential.
Yeah.
And then
explain who made you
closer
feel
to.
welcome, give influence to that character, and clear a condition or mark potential.
Yeah.
So
you could clear a condition.
I'm gonna mark
right now might be really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark potential because that puts me at 5. I think.
Ooh, hey!
So I get an advancement.
Yeah.
And then clear a condition. Someone said, right? That's a thing I can do now.
No, it's either or.
Okay, it's a clear. Okay, so it's either or. So if I mark
and
potential
then
or clear
whoever you
condition.
go closer to, if they have influence over you, they can shift your labels.
Okay. I mean, it was the whole team. So what do?
I would say probably Mario.
I was gonna say
This session.
Mario, yeah, because of the conversation with Mario in the other world.
Yeah.
But I have influence on Mario. Now you have influence on me, which you didn't have before.
Okay, cool.
All right. And then what about for Cal? You don't get to shift labels because you didn't have.
Because I didn't have influence before, yeah.
How about for Cal? Closer, further, and your own image.
Yeah, I think it's closer to the team.
Okay.
And the time that I got to spend with Cinnamon, I think, was the thing. right? Like there's a bunch going on that's sort of unresolved, but that moment I felt like was really neat because he and Cinnamon had been at odds, or at least had some strife. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Cinnamon. Now she already has influence over him, so I would she would move my labels.
Okay.
Okay. Let me take a look at that and figure it out.
And then did you want to clear a condition or mark potential?
I'm undecided because I'm also one away from an advancement, and I need to look at my advancements a little bit. Is it okay if I decide later?
Sure.
Okay.
You'll have plenty of time.
How do you feel about danger down, mundane up?
If that's what she orders, that's what she orders.
Okay. I think
danger down, mundane up. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. I feel like Cynn grew closer to the team, and I think it is closer to Ro-sheen since we have to deal with this thing together. And that we're both sort of trying to sacrifice ourselves for the from the other. And so you have influence over me, so you can go ahead and adjust my labels. And I think I'm actually going to clear a condition for this time.
I think that I'm gonna. Oh, I have to reset my counter thingy, don't I? I think for this, I'm going to move your freak down 1.
Okay.
Because you're not a monster to Róisín. And I think I'm going to move your savior up 1.
Sounds great.
Yes. Yeah.
Alrighty. And how about for Mario?
Okay. I feel like I grew closer to the team because of that time that Róisín and I had, kind of just to ourselves. And again, like you're sharing about how, like the burdens that you carry. And I think connecting to that, I feel like I did certainly grow closer to you. Like, when I first created Mario, one of the questions was, who do you want to be around and who do you think is just the coolest? And that was you. And I think being able to connect this way has shown me that, yeah, maybe like you and I are not as different as I thought we could have been, So you already have influence over me, I think.
I get to
So
change your labels?
you get to shift some of my labels.
I get to
And
poke
did you want
around
potential or to clear a condition?
I am at 4 potential. If I take one more, I get an advancement, and I
Oh,
know
yeah.
just what I want that advancement to be.
Perfect.
Woo!
So tell you what, Vixie, if you don't mind, how would you like to shift my labels? Real quick, let's start with that.
Oh, I think that I'm going to move your freak down 1
Okay.
to 2, and I'm going to move your savior up 1. Again, because you're not, neither you nor Cynn are monsters to her.
Oh,
that was why
that's
she
awesome.
asked her father that question. So.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Great.
thanks for that. I love that. I love that. So, I get an advancement. I think if it's okay, Rose, I would like to take the advancement in which I get a burn and 3 flares from the Nova's playbook.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as I get like kicked through, I think I got kicked through a portal, right? My heart is racing, and I think at this point Try kind of escalates.
Yeah.
And unlocks that.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Tries like danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you, players, for that. And thank you to our audience for watching live or on YouTube or listening to our podcast feed. I'd like to thank our chat mods for their hard work. And thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent. It's because of you that we're able to play games that we enjoy without worrying about publishing companies or system popularity. You can join their heroic ranks at happyjacks.org/Patreon. I have been Rose. My pronouns are she, they, and it. You can find me on Blue Sky at Rose RPGs. Vixie. How about
Hey
you?
everybody, my name is Vixie Bell and I have been your friendly neighborhood player here at the Happy Jacks table. And boy, has it been fun playing the Bull Playbook. I'm playing Ro-sheen Ulster, pronoun she, her. And she is currently dealing with, having daddy issues. Just like a normal day, right? Anyway, so you can find me everywhere on the internet over at Vixie Bell or at Pocket Dragon Pub. You can join me on the Pocket Dragon Pub for FemGM month. We have a Saturday double feature. We are actually currently playing a game of Good Society called A Feast for Crows. So if you're bored after this, you can join us over there. You can find them at Pocket Dragon Pub or on Twitch. And sometimes I run, play, and produce games there too. Anyway, for everything that I'm doing, you can follow me on socials. I have a big long list. I'll be at PAX East this week, so be sure to find me. I'll be running a bunch of games there. Haven't posted them yet, but I'll get there. I promise. I just have a lot going on. So yeah, and I'm gonna popcorn it over to my fake boyfriend, Jason.
Hello. Fake boy, real friend. No, that's yeah, it's fine.
I like that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. I'm Jason. I play Cal or Hexcalibur. The friendly neighborhood sorceress combatant. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky at It's Probably Okay. Also, quick plug for game days happening at Happy Jacks if you're listening live or very soon after. It's this weekend. However, they're like every other month. So join our Discord, happyjacks.org/Discord, for everything that's going on there. There's a lot of fun to be had. I wasn't able to join in games this weekend, but I try to. We all try to as much as we can. This is a really great community. We are blessed with the problem of more GMs than players, and that's freaking great. So,
Yep.
that's it. June.
Oh, hey. Hi, everyone. I'm June. I was playing Cinnamon Stevens, a.k.a. Synthesis today, the Transform Playbook, and having a real great time. If you want to follow me, I guess I am on Blue Sky using at Sungrowler currently. And when I finally update that and you start using a new online persona, I will let everyone know. Yay! How about you, Jay?
Hi, everybody. I am Jay, and I played Mario. Again, our pronouns are he, him. You can find me at Transplant Asian on Instagram and Threads. And you can find me at J Africa, pretty much everywhere else in the socials. You can find me in the Happy Jacks back catalog on a variety of actual plays. And you can find me, let's see, next month in April, I'm going to be running Alamo Draft House third week of April at the Alamo Draft House Dungeons and Draft House event in the Mission District of San Francisco. And I will be casting off to sea on the D20 cruise, a fun little D&D vacation. There's going to be a lot of gaming. It's basically a gaming convention out on a ship. There's going to be a lot of D&D and a lot of other games there as well. I think there ends up being like everybody brings their MTG Commander decks, and so there's a bunch of MTG there too. So if you want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, I think a small crew of
nerds
folks are bringing their cards to learn how to play there as well. And you can find me here at Neon Nights. I think not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. I think we're taking a break next week and then coming back.
It's PAX East's fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, all good. That's a great reason to,
Yes.
PAX East refused to reschedule for our show, which is just
it's horrible.
So
horrible.
Yeah, was that everything, Jay?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, we will have our final episode of Neon Nights. So that will be, I believe, April 4th. Is that right?
Yes, that is.
No,
correct.
it's April 4th.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
I know.
We're not running. We're not ending because I ran out of ideas. We're ending because I got tired of Jason's jokes.
Yep.
He has that problem a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Every
Thank you so
campaign
much.
I've been in ended.
Yeah.
True. Every campaign. Well, not the one you're currently in. It's not over yet.
Well, but
that's
see,
true.
that's because he gets to control it.
Yeah.
His
yeah.
jokes, his
Yeah.
world.
Oh yeah,
GM.
but you're talking about the D&D campaign. Yeah, that's why there's 50 episodes of that.
Alrighty. So you can catch us in 2 weeks at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We will see you all there. Take care, everyone.
Yay!
Bye.
Real
Bye,
quick,
everybody.
we're gonna try to raid back over to the Pocket Dragon Pub here. So I don't know if I'm allowed to use
Yay!
Yeah,
this.
they just a feast for crows just started. I was frantically changing the title of the stream because I definitely forgot to change it.
Hey, oh, and thank you, Toll, in chat. All right, so we're gonna raid on over there. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.